special. Well over about 14,000 of these out the door. It's the officially licensed Rawlings team roster football. What's so great about this is that it's the full-size football. It comes with the kicking tee. You'll notice that we have your team so far. I'll let you know what teams that we have sold out of, but we are getting limited in some of the teams that you see right now. But what's really special, and our guests will dive into, is how they pull the signatures. We have all the signatures of the players from the 2021 roster on here. You have the beautiful embroidery that's on here with the team logo, even the establishment of the team highlights. So if you have a team that has won Super Bowls, their year is on there. So let me just tell you right off the bat, so we know everyone wants to see their team. So let me tell you what we have available, because we start out with 32 teams, but here's what we have left. Okay, Chicago Bears, we got you. Cincinnati Bengals, Denver Broncos, Cleveland Browns, right here. Arizona Cardinals, still have you. The LA Chargers, Indianapolis Colts, the Eagles, the Giants, Jaguars, Packers, Panthers, Patriots, Rams, Saints, the Seattle Seahawks, Steelers, we have your Minnesota Vikings, and of course, we have the Houston Texans as well. So if I said your team name, that means I still have your Today Special here. Some of them very, very limited. So if you want to get in the ordering process, if you key in that item number 760453 on hsn.com, that is the quickest way to grab your Today Special, put it in your cart, and check out, because our phones get very busy. So that is the quickest way to grab your team. But without further ado, she's a busy mom of 5. She's a sports mom. She's a brand ambassador for Rawlings. Let's welcome in Ashley Smith, our first time working together. How you doing, Ashley?
Hey, good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I am beyond excited to be here today, especially with the Today Special. This is brought to us by Rawlings. We are one of the most trusted names in sports and sporting goods. We've been in the industry for 134 years, so we know what we're doing. And we paired up with the NFL. We wanted to do something different, something unique. So this is exclusive. You can only get this here. You can't go to a store or online somewhere else. Going to get your team's official logo, because this is officially licensed, beautifully embroidered here in the front. This is very high end, very premium. It's not a sticker that's going to peel off or a decal over time, right?
Right.
Then your team's name is embossed in the back. I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm a Steelers fan. When this team was established, the different statistics, like their championships, we're going to count for the Steelers the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Super Bowl wins. Thank you very much. Something added, something really special, even embossed into the ball, is these are limited edition footballs. So there are only so many were made for each team. And when they're gone, they're gone. We're not getting any more in. So get them while you can. But the best part about this, Nicole, is you're getting the entire 2021 roster signatures on this football. You know, I've seen some footballs with like one signature for hundreds of dollars. You're getting the entire 2021 roster. And how we did that was the NFL allowed Rawlings to take the signatures off of the players' contracts. I mean, is that the coolest thing ever? So here, holding the Steelers ball, you know, I can see Ben Roethlisberger. He put a little number 7 next to his signature. That is how he signed his player contract. Juju Smith-Schuster. You know, we even waited till after the draft happened. So, you know, you mentioned the Jaguars are still available. Get it now while you can. They have the #1 draft pick, right? Trevor Lawrence. His signature is right here above the Jaguar. Huge, you know, expectations coming out of that guy, coming out of Clemson. Really excited to see what he's going to do. So we did wait till after the draft pick happens. So you're going to get that rookie signature on your football as well.
I mean, and that's important too, because we know that the training camp happens for the players and sometimes things don't work out. So I think it's great that the signatures are taken. Once they put pen to paper, then you know they're officially on the 2021 roster that's on here. Something that I like to point out as well is with the signatures, you'll notice that it coordinates with the colors. So I came to the Eagles just to show you, because we still have the Eagles if you're an Eagles fan, but see how their signatures are made in gold. So it's not just standard black across all the Today Special, the footballs that you're picking up. It coordinates with your team color. So then you have it in gold. You look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and theirs is written like in a silver Sharpie. So there's the difference there. It's those little details that really make a difference. And at this Today Special, to get the signatures from the 2021 roster player for your team, well under $30 is just a great time. And for a lot of us too, you might be in the situation like me. You know, I'm a Houston Texans fan. I was born and raised in Houston. I don't live in Houston anymore. So it's hard for me to get my hands on some of that officially NFL licensed gear. That's what's so great about HSN. No matter where you live in the entire United States, we have your team for you, whether it's in our Today Special or even some of the attire that we have coming up. So if you want to get your team, the teams that you're seeing out here, and we have a few more that aren't placed that we still have available for you. But we have a huge update for you before I give you any more details. The teams, okay, perfect. So teams, as you'll notice that Cowboys, we had sold out of Cowboys. In less than 50 minutes, our planners pulled a Hail Mary, and we caught it. Thank goodness, we're gonna get a little bit of extra quantity. I'm not talking about thousands. I'm talking about maybe a few dozen for you to get. But we just had a little bit of a piggy bank to the side. So in the next 50 minutes, some of the teams, if you don't see it right now, such as Cowboys, if you don't see it, or maybe it's the Saints that you wanted, we will have it in the next 50 minutes, so hang on for that. As for the other teams, I don't know if we'll be able to pull that Hail Mary and get the quantity once we run out of it, because we anticipated that this 2 hours together with myself and you out there for our NFL fan shop, we anticipated that we were going to be done with the Today Special. So we pulled a Hail Mary to pull a few more of your teams, but once they're gone, that's gone. We're not going to reload it at 7 p.m., 6 p.m., 4, it's not going to happen. This is it now for our best value of the day. So for your teams that you see, key in that item number 760-453 into hsn.com. You can always give us a call, but with quantities just so limited, especially if you want the Texans, only about a couple hundred, less than a couple hundred left in that, or the Colts, go ahead and key in that item number to hsn.com or your app. That is the quickest way. Also point out too that you can really search your team and you can shop for everything by your team on hsn.com, which is a really cool thing. But I'll go back out to Ashley. This is such an incredible day. I'm so excited that we were able to get this Today Special. This is the first time ever here at HSN we've been able to offer a Today Special on something as collectible and as memorable as this item, Ashley.
So true. You know, I just pulled the Packers ball. You know, we talked about some of the rookies, but what about like that awesome, you know, Aaron Rodgers, who's been around for how long? There's a lot of talk that this might be his last year in Green Bay, right? Get the ball this year while his signature is on it. I do think they have a good shot of going to the Super Bowl. So, you know, come on, Aaron Rodgers. I will do also, I do want to mention, you also are going to get a certificate of authenticity. What does that mean? It means that it is officially licensed not only by the NFL, but also the NFL's Player Association. That comes with every single ball, along with that kicking stand that you can display vertically, horizontally. The attention to detail on this ball is like second to none. You can see the laces are done in, you know, the official color, as well as a pebble back panel, again in that official color. So whoever you give this to is just going to go wild. They're going to go crazy. They're going to pick it up. I have 2 boys, 12 and 13. They love to look at all the different names. You can feel confident that they're not going to smear off or wipe off. They're printed on. I mean, we went to the Super Bowl. I have the biggest Eagles fan as a husband. We bought the boys very expensive balls at the Super Bowl. We come home, they are playing with the balls in the front yard. I thought my husband was going to die.
Oh my goodness.
You can feel confident, you know, at this price point that you can welcome people into your home, and they are going to pick it up and go crazy. And the signatures are not going to wipe off. They're not going to smear off.
And they're not, and they're so beautiful. And just to point out too, as you go through some of those teams, remember, if some of those teams, and give me about 50 minutes, we were able to pull just a few more and some of those really popular teams that are gone right now. But wanted to show you the limited edition that's written on here. Each ball is labeled. So that's how you know it's a limited edition, 720 out of just a few thousand that we were able to pull with this. Just showing you the Eagles, that beautiful, or the Jaguars, excuse me, just a beautiful embroidery that you're getting. So it's not a sticker of the team's mascot that's on there. It's stitched on there, so you know it's gonna last, it's gonna stay in place. You'll notice that the signatures are in gold versus some of the other ones. I'll show you the Vikings. The Vikings is really cool. Their signatures are actually in purple, but how we're displaying it on this kicking tee, that's how you're gonna be able to display it in your home. Maybe it's in your entertainment room, maybe it's in your office, maybe, you know, it's out, maybe in your dining area for everyone to see, or your man cave. So showing you there on the Vikings, you see how it has like a little shimmer to it, that Sharpie that was used, it's a purple. So it coordinates with the team, which is so awesome. And then you'll see the stats of the team too. NFC champions for the Vikings, 1973, 74, 76, and the establishment of the team as well. Okay, so a really quick update. I just lost my Chicago Bears right next door to the Vikings. But we will be able to hopefully pull another few dozen for you. That's it. I'm not talking about hundreds. This Hail Mary is not the entire football field, all right? It's maybe about 50-yard Hail Mary that we're able to pull, so we're gonna get a few dozen left. But I mean, it's such a great, and you think about it too, like you were displaying it up here, how you really, you know, the kicker kicks the ball, but you can also put it on the side as well. And that tee is included with your purchase. You know, $7.13 to get something home that you're going to have year after year after year. And maybe, you know, for a player like Aaron Rodgers, right, that it could be his last year. I think it's great whenever you can get something to get his signature on the football, which is really great. I'll double check. Did we lose another one? We're okay. Okay, the Giants, okay, Giants are the same situation. So as we go through teams and we lose them, we're trying our hardest in the next about 40 minutes to pull a few dozen more on some of those teams, like the Saints that you're seeing, like the Falcons. We're trying our best to pull in a few dozen more. We're not talking about hundreds because we only want to make it to, we're trying to make it to the noon so you can still get this. But then afternoon, I mean, that's it. Steelers, you'll notice too, I believe we're already gone out of the Steelers, right? Or we still have a few? Oh, we have a few left of the Steelers. Okay, and we did just lose the Colts. So if you lost your Colts, but we'll still have an opportunity in about 45 minutes, we'll pull a few dozen more, and this will launch at 11 a.m., and then that's it. Once those quantities are officially gone, they're gone. We needed to get through basically the early morning lunch hour for you time. So if you want to place your order, 760-453 if your team is there. If it's not, check back in at 11 a.m., and we're going to pull that Hail Mary and pull a few more dozen for you as well. But I'll go back out to Ashley. You know, the Vikings are gone as well. Where is it? I mean, this is such, I mean, talk about a Hail Mary, Ashley, right? That we've had a little savings, right? Always have a little piggy bank to the side. We have a few dozen left of each of these teams. But I mean, even those, at noon, there will be no more Today's Special. They will be gone.
And it is a limited edition. So once they're gone, they're gone. We're not making any more. It does make it that much more special that they are a limited edition, and whoever you want to gift it to, you know, the holidays are going to be here before we know it. Yeah. I have 5 kids, as you mentioned. I'm always looking. I feel like my kids have everything. Like, what else am I going to get them? For the football lover in your life, this is that thing that's different. It's amazing. It has the embroidery in the front, the team's history in the back with its embossed, but then it also has the present, right? So it's really the past on the one side, the present on this side with all the team signatures. This is great for my boys who are 12 and 13, my husband, my dad. What a great gift for that coach of your kid's soccer team that you know is a big Eagles fan. How much more is this going to mean to them on like a coffee gift card, or that teacher? And I will mention to you, I heard on the news the other day that the big brick and mortar stores, they are scared about supply. They're not going to have enough supplies in around the holidays. I know last year shipping was a disaster. My 5 kids, some of the Christmas gifts came after Christmas. What good is that? So get this now while you can, especially with that limited edition. We're not going to be getting any more back in.
Yeah, I mean, what we have is it. We had a little bit of a piggy bank. That's how we'll pull that Hail Mary at 11 a.m. But once we go into that, we tap into that savings that we had, just a few dozen in each of your teams that we may have lost right now, then that's it. We're not going to be able to pull that. That's it. That is the Hail Mary. That is the closing for the Super Bowl for the game. I mean, the clock's going to hit 0 after we're able to do that. So I told you some of the teams that we don't have, and we'll have a little bit at 11 a.m. when we come back. But I think it's important for me to share the teams that we do have. If you're just waking up and you're seeing everything that's on the table, we're moving as quickly as possible to kind of adjust and adapt to the situation that's happening with our Today's Special. All right, so here's the teams that we do have. Bengals, Broncos, Browns, Cardinals, Chargers, Eagles, Jaguars, Packers, Panthers, Patriots, Rams, Saints, Seahawks, and Texans. So if I said your team, we have it right now. Check in about 45 minutes if you're like, I didn't hear the Cowboys. I didn't have the Cowboys. And 45 minutes for sure, we'll know if we're able to get that few dozen at 11 a.m. But shop on hsn.com. Remember, you can search the whole assortment too, you know, with the today's special. We have a tire that's coming up as well. If you're just ready to get ready for the NFL season, this 2 hours is just for you. And Ashley, you know, I'm a Houston Texans fan because I'm from Houston, but I had the pleasure of working with the team. People can figure out what capacity for 3 years. So I'm always going to represent the Texans. But, you know, living in Florida, it's just not possible. You know, I can't walk into any store in Florida and be like, hey, where's my Texans? They're like, no, it's Tampa Bay over here. You know, like, so it's nice that, you know, a lot of us move to different places, but it's nice to still be able to represent your team and get something that's officially licensed by the NFL as well.
Officially licensed, like I said, so well done, so high end that whoever you give this to or you keep it for yourself, they're going to think that you spent so much more money than you did, right? And every time they look at it, whether it's we keep ours in our basement bar, my boys keep theirs in their bedroom. You know, my husband has one on his desk at work. My dad keeps his on his mantle. Wherever you keep it, when they look at it, they're always going to think of you. I mean, such a well done. It is the ultimate collector's item when it comes to an NFL gift. Like I said, my husband's been a season ticket holder for the Eagles for 20 years. He couldn't go to the games last year, right?
Wow,
Last year was a hard year. I feel like this year, we're seeing the light. We're getting back to the games. Football is bringing us all together. So what a great gift to give to the NFL fan in your life this holiday season.
I think, you know, that's awesome. And it has been an interesting year, right? We'll just put it as lightly as possible. It's been an interesting year. It's been a hard year, to be honest. But it's nice to know that, you know, when we're stepping into fall, when we think of, you know, fall favorites here at HSN, kind of getting your home, sprucing up, getting ready. And for many of us, that might be, it's football time. It is football time. It is back. We are ready to go. As some already started their preseason games. So this is the time to really grab that memorabilia while we have it, because you know, we may have what 2-3 teams left tomorrow, if that even is the case. But these are just going really fast. They're going a little bit faster than we anticipated. If we don't have your team right now in our today's special, in the next 40 minutes, our team is pulling a little Hail Mary, and they'll get a few dozen back in each of those teams. Not hundreds, just a few dozen, because we stowed away in a little piggy bank. That's how we're able to get it, because we put some to the side just in case for this opportunity. But just the details that you're getting with this. I'll pull the Houston Texans so you notice the embroidery of that team logo of the bull for the Texans. So you know that it's not going to come off. It's not going to wear because it's that beautiful stitching, hundreds and hundreds of stitchings that were put there. You'll notice that the team players or signatures, which were pulled from their contracts, allowed by the NFL to do so, that is rented in like a little silver. So it's not just standard black across all the today's specials. It matches with the team colors. And then you have that limited edition written on there as well, and the establishment of the team as well. So this is your time to get in. If you want to place your order, especially if you're a Texans fan out there, your item number is 760453. You'll find some other ones out there as well. We're pulling off, so the Jaguars, we're pulling off, but we'll get a few dozen more that we're going to launch at 11 a.m. We'll just think of that as our exclusive event, the last chance to get some of those teams that we lost, including the Cowboys. We'll get a few dozen back in those, and the Falcons, the New York Giants as well. But, I mean, a special thing to this. I like the idea, too, Ashley, that you were saying. I was talking to my husband the other day. For those who are, like, big football fans, and if it's somebody that works at your school, maybe it could be the school principal, you know, shout out to our school administrators and teachers. They're working harder than ever this year, along with healthcare professionals as well. So I think this is it's a perfect cost, you know, under $30 to just give a big thank you to someone, and they'll always remember you. You know, sometimes you give gifts and you're like, I wonder what that person did with that gift. But this is something they're going to get home, they're going to display, because we give them the kicking tee that comes with it. We give them a certificate that shows that it's officially licensed from the NFL, and they'll display it for years and years to come, and they'll always think of you.
That's so very true. You know, my parents, Steelers fan, they love their dog Charlie. They have a man named Andy who takes care of their dog Charlie. To say thank you for being so kind to us, they just bought the Steelers ball for Andy, right? It's like that extra special touch, way more personalized too than like a gift card or whatnot. I am holding up the Eagles ball because although I am a Steelers fan, I also root for the Eagles because my husband is in a horrible mood whenever they lose.
You guys are split in your family.
I know, it's state of Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
He thought it was so cool that they waited until after the draft. He's like super excited about Devontae Smith coming out of Alabama. I mean, Alabama has so many fantastic rookies coming out this year. But Devontae Smith's penmanship is like amazing. So it's really fun to look at the different ones. Jalen Hurts over here, it's a little bit harder to see today. That is definitely Jalen Hurts. But it's awesome to see exactly how they sign their NFL contracts, and that the NFL allowed Rawlings, because we've been trusted in the industry for 134 years, to take those exact signatures, a replica of them, and then screen print them on here in that metallic ink, which I think is just so classy. It's not that traditional staunch black ink, right? It really just makes it look so classy, so different. When, like I said, whoever you give this to, or people come into your house and they see it, people are just going to pick it up and go nuts to look for all their favorite NFL players on these footballs.
I mean, this is one of the things that you get home and no one would ever know that it was under $30. And then when you get it home, they're gonna be like, oh, well, where did you get that? Well, it was at HSN, but it's gone. I mean, that's it. You can't walk into a store, you can't get it. This is the first time that we're able to get this, an exclusive today's special that you're only seeing here. So if you wanna dive in, we have some of your teams that are up here, but I don't want you to tap, I wanna be like, change the channel, Nicole, you don't have my team. Give me about 40 minutes. We were able to pull a Hail Mary, our planners, not myself, our planners went into the piggy bank, and we have a few dozen that we can pick up for those teams that we may have lost. But then once that's gone, that piggy bank is empty after that. I mean, that is it. But we have your teams now for some that are up here. 760-453 is the item number if you want to place your order and grab your team.
Do you want me to disconnect
right now
or stay on?
One. But it was great. Ashley will be back with us. We'll see her a little bit shortly after that. But what I think is super cool here at HSN, if you didn't know, just go to hsn.com. And since I'm a Houston Texans fan, I can just search Houston Texans on the search bar at HSN, and it pulls up everything that I can find for my Texans. Oh, we have a 2-pack of those leggings that are coming up. I'm wearing one of them. Phenomenal pricing on that one. Maybe it's a little, a little chair for the stadium that you can sit in. There's just a lot of cool things that we have for you. I've even seen some of the gear, like, you can, if you have coolers, you can pick coolers that are licensed. We have hats. Whole bunch of gear. So I'm really excited about that. So search your team. Doesn't have to be Houston Texans. It could be the Ravens. It could be the Chicago Bears. And then you can find all the gear that you want to get for this NFL season, which I'm so excited. I mean, literally, fall is my favorite time of the year because I love